listening to 1069 Click FM, live in color.
I know, William, I am a tired man too, but unfortunately there's no rest for the wicked, especially the wicked among us in the world of YouTube sports. Hello everybody, welcome back to another stupid sports show here on 1069 Click FM. I'm your host, Jim B. Haven't done Major League Baseball in a while, but I figured this would be a very good game for two reasons. First, it was the one that I could easily get with my choice of channels, even as Bally Sports and Comcast decided that they don't like each other anymore, or at least they're going to start spreading vicious rumors about each other. But also, like, over in the American League, shit is just weird. Alright, I'm just going to take a quick look at the standings. The AL Central, it is teams that are all either very close to or a game out of being in the wild card, and then you drop off and there's the Chicago White Sox. But even the team that's in fourth place in the AL Central, which is the Detroit Tigers, they're still 18-14, you know? Which is a better record than everybody in the AL West right now. And meanwhile, the Yankees, they're fighting with the Orioles for first place, game in, game out. Right now, Yankees are a game back of the O's. And, yeah, this seems like a perfect match for spring baseball. And considering that our starting pitchers for this game, Casey Mize and Clark Schmidt, both have similar ERAs. Mize is at 3.08, Schmidt at 3.19. You know, it might be shaking out, you know, some actual evaluation of how these pitchers actually are going to do as the season goes on. Quality opponents, you know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, the Lady Bing finalists are out. Let's see, Austin Matthews, Elias Patterson from Vancouver, and Jacob Slavin from Carolina. I've always forget what the Lady Bing... Player adjudged to have exhibited the best type of sportsmanship and gentlemanly conduct combined with a high standard of playing ability last given to Anze Kopitar of the LA Kings. Okay. Let me see if there's any other qualifications. Yeah, I don't see anything about like number of penalties you're allowed to take or anything like that, but oh, wait, there it is. Oh yeah, like it's rarely ever more than 20. Rarely ever more than a few. Shoot. Meanwhile, we're actually about to get going here in Yankee Stadium. The League One Tour. League One Tour. League One Tour. So don't forget the sandwiches, please. It is a vocal crowd here. Like, this is the most actively cheering crowd I have ever heard as they start the game with a solo home run. Holy crap! Like, the crowd at Yankee Stadium was really getting into it too. Like, they were bringing up different chants at each at bat, and then they just got silenced with a rouge. Holy shit. Solo shot puts the Tigers up 1-0 here in the top of the first. And yes, I do mention the rouge because we are playing bingo. And so if you have rouge on your card, check it off. We just got one. Check swing in the zone, 1-1 now. This is Canha up to bat now for the Detroit Tigers. And it's another called strike. Very slow one, too, 85 miles per hour. And it was Riley Green, by the way, who got that solo shot. Wencio Perez coming up next for the fine team out of Detroit. And meanwhile, this is cracked right in the vicinity of the right fielder. Out number one. Okay. Thank you, Luke. I'll get you. Card number 22. There we go. Another called strike for an 0-1 count. That one finally misses. 1-1 count. Yeah, I got it. I gotta admit, I'm kind of impressed that people are getting so vocal this early. And it doesn't sound like they're getting a lot of like loudspeaker prompting either, which is, you know, something interesting to note. That one a little high and outside. 2-1. Lefty has a big swing. 2-2. And I do apologize that there isn't any team-specific stuff in this card, but damn, goes down swinging. We're at out number 2. But anyway, I thought I didn't want to be just talking out of my ass and putting incorrect or old jokes into a bingo list before I see what I can really make fun of the teams for. You know, that's why I'm excited for tonight's card with the Leafs and the Bruins. It's going to be fantastic. And also, if you are subscribed on the Patreon, you would probably know that this week's list, holy crap. Did we just get a hit by pitch? Yeah. Nicked him on the kneecap. Ooh. All right, if you have hit by pitch, mark it off on your cards. But yeah, Bruins Leafs has been inspiring this week's playlist a little bit. Yeah. Oh yeah, the Vancouver Canucks. They were able to take care of business and defeat the Nashville Predators last night. I think it was only 2. What the hell was the final score in that? Yeah, 1-0. Meanwhile, the Golden Knights are alive again and have brought the Stars to Game 7. I thought they were dead in the water. Oh. True North? Like, I've been Like, I have been throwing in so much music just because of the year 1959 into the playlist, not only this week, but last week. Oh my God, they just put. Why is there a stormtrooper up for Veerling on the Jumbotron? Uh, mm, hey, MKI, nobody ever heard of Braden Holtby or Jordan Bennington. Oh, I saw True North. I saw. I'm so glad that we're able to get Petty again. Meanwhile, he goes down on strikes. A very slow looking third strike. Yep, all the pain in the world that money can buy. Actually, that reminds me of another song that I can throw in. Oh, hell yes. Let me go back and see what was that request last week. Previous request thread. Different songs, same artists. Can it breathe for a week? Or is it more piling on of the Tories, which I can appreciate, but all right, game is finally back. Volpe is up first, and he'll watch a 93-mile-per-hour strike tuck itself neatly on the inside of the plate. Tries to crack one down the third base line, and it'll go straight to the ball tracker. Yeah. I do have catches line drive, but not handles the grounder, although that one's just a slow roller in the grass on the run, and they get it. Damn, that was close. Let's take a look at this. And, oh, yeah, he just beat him. You can see the glove in his, hit his glove just a moment before the foot impacts on the base. Wow. That was very close. And Juan Soto is up to bat now. Still doesn't feel right. We'll watch one hit the top of the zone. 1-1. Yeah, I mean, also to your point from earlier, Luke, it is a very different experience seeing baseball live. It's actually somewhat interesting. You can get a better sense of the whole field and everything that's going on, I guess. Yep, we're at 1-2 after that. Ooh, in the dirt. 2-2. Oh my goodness. Yeah. We got it immediately. He chops it right to the pitcher. Damn. Out number 2. But we already have not only people getting in some extra footage of Juan Soto, but bored people behind home plate on their phones. It's the bottom of the first, and they're already on their phones. Towards right field, does it hit? Nope, went on the other side of the pole. Oh goodness, we have a umpire that is supposed to be considered neutral. This will get cracked into right field for a base hit. We'll have to get the cough at second, and Judge has a 2-out single. All right. What a throw, what a catch. You know what? For that play on the run of the shortstop charging that slow grounder, I want to put down what a throw to be marked off on the cards. So, yeah, we'll check that off as well. Definitely. Maybe I'll be able to catch it true north when I take my break in the middle of the third inning. Got Verdugo up now. Sporting a 1-1 count. Huh. Oh, and the fire sale at the Marlins continues. Luis Arias to the Padres. Meanwhile, Verdugo fouls away 1-2. They get some outfield prospects, another first baseman outfielder prospect, and a minor league reliever. Okay. Verdugo earns 2-2 by letting that one just fall in the dirt. Meantime, Aaron Judge has a little bit of a lead going. This one will be cracked foul down the first base line. Still 2-2, and yeah, oh, they're talking about his chains. Oh my goodness. And they made a 2 Chainz reference. Mark off, how do you do, fellow kids? Holy shit. This will be another slow dribbler, but there's going to be absolutely no play for anyone to make. Wow, infield single. All right. Oh my God, they're still going about the chain. They went down to the on-field reporter for more information about the chain. Yeah, the beer has to be cracked now. It's already in the first inning. Stanton is up, in case you're wondering, and we're also going to check off talking about anything except the game because they can't shut up about dude's chain. Count's currently 1-1. On first and second, a heat from a four-seam fastball, 97 miles per hour. Whew. Yeah, and those things are heavy, man. I'm I don't need more chains. Nobody needs more chains. All right. You're going to the Cardinals game. Well, enjoy your free win, John Jay, and I hope you if you don't catch a foul ball over the head of the right fielder, I think that's going to be an easy score from second. We already have an RBI. Now runners are at the corners. Yeah, a little baseball action today, Mr. Greeny. I'm not particularly attached to either of these teams. Um, Actually, my team, the Chicago White Sox, is a punchline this year, so I'm just going to lean into it, I suppose. Oh, Sonny Gray, you say? All right, pitcher. Gotcha. Oh my goodness. They don't get it all the way out. They manage to get a pop up to finally end the inning. All right, they have stranded two, but do get 3 hits. And with that, we move to the top of the second, forgive me. No kidding, right by Lambeau. Honestly, that makes the most sense. I mean, I gotta imagine that they've already kind of had this in mind for years that they can somehow include the draft celebration right there because it is almost the heart of the town. Has to be there. Yeah. Hey. At the very least, Logan, know that he is spreading his glorious name throughout the league, wherever he may be. Badu. Mm-hmm. And if you do get the opportunity to go to Lambeau, I recommend it. They are great fans, very friendly, they're very welcoming. The first time I went there, I got one of them to take a picture of me and just asked everybody around me to pretend that they were like hurling the most awful abuse they could think of at me. And I just sat there with a big smile on my face. They were very accommodating. So, and oh my God, they're listing them all as stormtroopers. Holy crap, Badu is still with the Tigers? He's just not playing today. Rapid fire hot takes on the Brewers. How you looking? Right now, the Brewers have my attention. Simply for the fact that they've been able to just claw their way back up to where we're used to seeing them, near the top of the NL Central. Yeah, that's probably what it is, Luke. Probably. You have attended a preseason Packers game? Hey, not bad. Not bad. Besides, I would trust Green Bay to do the draft right. Oh, that is very very interesting to hear, Logan. So a lot of your key players being injured, does that mean that you've got some like call ups from the farm system that are getting introduced? Because if is that is that what's going on, or is there just been a general depth that's been added to the team? Don't see the attendance record of last week being broken for a while, though. Honestly, Luke, I if there's any place that could do it, I think Green Bay could. I mean, just by virtue of the fact that it is Lambeau Field, so many people would be willing to make that forgive me for using the word, but pilgrimage. All right, they've managed to get up to 2 outs now here in the top of the second. Yankees are quickly working their way through the Detroit lineup. McKinstry now up. All right, congratulations on last day of classes, man. And also on getting sunburned. It just reminds you that you're still alive. A lot of call-ups from AAA Nashville. Hey, honestly, Logan, that speaks that speaks to the I would say the depth of your minor league system, or at least the immediate farm system for the Brewers. McKinstry got up to 2-1. True North, I would just recommend that if you are going to be interested in doing it, book your hotel room right now. Seriously, because it will be your only opportunity to get a somewhat decent price on the hotel. And I wouldn't do it immediately in Lambeau. Like do it something at um manageable driving distance away, like half hour, 45 minutes. Mm. Now, the Toledoans, honestly, I'm not sure if the Toledoans would have as much fun saying Badu as we do. I mean, if they got prompted to, I think, by the stadium, I think they would, but just on their own, I don't think they would naturally find the joy of Badu. You know? And, sometimes that's how it be. Oh boy, they really, really want me to go to the new Hard Rock Casino down the road. They're trying to entice me with a free t-shirt. Oh, goodness. All right, so far, not a lot of bad stuff to cover, but we're still a few runs from anyone's ERA being blown past. Oh, we have managed to get to full count at least once, so mark that off on your card. Haven't had a fielder's choice. So back we go to hope for something to break out. Yeah. That's also the very odd thing. Like the Oakland A's are essentially like going through the same things that the Chargers have gone through. Essentially, in the no man's land of playing for themselves and not for any like fan base, because it feels like the fan base has drifted away thanks to ownership. I mean, Luke, I cannot blame them for the chance. Were they just was it just well, were the chants they just broke out on their own? Was there a picture of Jared Goff that had been presented, 1 and 2 to Torres right now? Because I will tell you, I was downtown in Detroit on the morning of day one of the draft, ate breakfast down there, and not a single time when I went to go eat breakfast did any like random chants of Jared Goff just break out. Like most people were trying to finish their eggs. So just out of nowhere. MKI, well, I think it would be a great time to bring back all those fan silhouettes that they made and put in the stands during the COVID games. I think this would be the perfect moment to do that. And a called strike. He thought he thought he was a free walk to first, and wow, he was a little bit off. I would have okay, that was certainly a call. Meanwhile, after that bizarre strikeout, we have an easy 4-3 ground out. Okay. I understand, Luke. You know, when in Rome, but also, you know, Romanes ain't Damas. People called Romanes, they go the house. Damn. Chasing low. It's now 0-2 for Cabrera. And another big swing up top. 3 straight pitches, and down go the Yankees in the bottom of the second. And we're already at the top of the third. Fantastic. Actually, that was something that I was curious about. Is there any more news about Mr. Austin Matthews? I know. Austin Matthews still listed as day to day with illness. He's supposed to return today. Wouldn't expect anything less, Luke. Yeah, I think I'll have to wait for something for sure out of the mouth of a playoff pre-show before I start rambling on about what I expect from Toronto Boston. At this point, I'm not sure that I should expect much from Toronto Boston. But at least there'll be the jersey. I never thought that I'd see friggin' Bryan Cranston be the dude narrating the hype videos for Major League Baseball. All right, we start with a called strike to Kelly at the top of the third. Oh yeah, Boston versus Minnesota. Oh, that one ought to be. Honestly, probably the same kind of similar slugfest chess match that we got going on here. Already up to 0-2. Not willing to chase that far outside. 1-2. Meanwhile, yeah, the Cardinals should beat us. I mean, they're not the hottest team in the NL Central, but at least they're not the Rockies. Kelly's up to 2-2. Schmidt has 5 seconds to pitch. Got a quick windup. They aren't able to pull it in. Catcher assistance doesn't work. Full count now. Yes, 0 is a number. Ooh, got him swinging. Whew. Oh, man. We get another called strike with Mr. Clark Schmidt. And now they're going on about the bobblehead. About the Clark Schmidt bobblehead. Yeah, I mean, I'm clicking the announcers are already drunk right now. Screw it. Green is up to 1-2. Takes a big cut at a ball in the dirt, and down he goes. Out number 2. Marlins are paying Arias' contract down to the minimum in their deal with the Padres, making 10.6 in his second to last year before free agency. Oof. In computer binary, 0 is the absence of electricity. Yeah, 0 and 1. Just like Mark Canha's batting mark for this game, currently 0-1. That will be popped foul. He is at 1-2. And oh, damn. He just completely walked off the mound. I'm not sure what the hell he was thinking, but we have a legit pitch clock violation. So mark that off on your cards if you have it. And he follows it up with a strikeout of the side to end the top of the third. All right, so far in our bingo we have had talking about anything except the game. The announcers are already drunk. Rouge. What a throw. Hit by pitch. pitch clock violation, and bored spectator on their phone, as well as how do you do fellow kids. So that is all we've got in the bingo so far. Game 1, Minnesota, Denver. I think Adam is going to be live for the second half of that game. Card number 30. Yeah, Adam's going to be live for the second half of that game. Logan, card 30. Thank you. Blinded by the Light is it's basically any fly ball that the fielder just outright fails to catch. Like they misjudged it and they have posted up and it falls anywhere else but in their glove. Like they were blinded by the light. Oh dear. Yeah. Of course, yes, it's a tiny French towel. Or held up like a loofah by the foreman of the night, depending on who you ask. Meanwhile, Leif has got card. Actually, someone else already got card number 15, so just hang on for a moment. I am going to get you another one. I don't think anyone else has this one. I'm just going to scroll through and check real quick. Nope. So, Leif, you are going to get card number 12. Meanwhile, we are back. Volpe is at the plate, and he fouls it into the mid-level seats. Bring the count up to 3-2. And he gets walked. Hey. Well, Leif, art is all about, I think, what you get out of it. All right, here we are. Juan Soto is back up for the Yankees in the bottom of the third. And he will get some heat right down the middle for strike number 1. We haven't had too much checked off so far, Leif. Unfortunately, I don't have the list set up on this scene collection. Meanwhile, that one's going to get ripped right through the first baseman somehow. And we will have runners at the corners once again. Whew. All right, so we've had talking about anything except the game. The announcers are already drunk. Rouge, which is our word for solo home run in this sport. Full count. What a throw. How do you do, fellow kids? Bored spectator on their phone and pitch clock violation. And yeah, here comes Aaron Judge now. And they'll try to draw him to the outside with a slider. Does nothing. And a big cut on that one, going a little bit low as far as his zone was concerned. 1-1. And he goes low again with that fastball. 2-1. And here it is, cracked into the corner. However, they'll be able to get in front of it and limit the damage to a double and a single run batted in. So now we've got runners at second and third, and the Yankees have taken the lead for the first time in this game, 2-1. Jammed him up on the thin part of the bat, but was still able to lift it out into the outfield. Yep. CFL will be on its way soon, and hopefully by the end of the season, I have figured out which team I'm going to support. Well, Leif, already we've had a pitcher get a pitch clock violation, so, and that was something that I thought everybody had worked on during the previous season or two. So, yeah, balk's not out of the question. All right, Soto on third, Judge on second. Eyes having to face Verdugo and his chains. Big cut. And nothing. And it'll be chopped right toward the first baseman. Is able to freeze everybody on the other two bases and just tiptoe back to first. First out of the inning. So now Stanton is back up. And he will miss the heat up and in. And he gets jammed and it'll go straight back into the netting, 0-2. And holy crap, this game is going faster than I thought it would. We are already in and miss, and they get him out on strikes. 2 outs. Very much limiting the damage after the initial volley by the Yankees. And, ooh. D'Angelo Russell fined $25K for verbally abusing an official in Game 5 loss to the Nuggets. All right. Am I nuts, MKI, or is that not normally a name that I would associate with people mouthing off to officials? Or have I just not heard about it from D'Angelo Russell? Anthony Rizzo up now. Damn. Bit of a looper goes way across the plate, 1-1. Could not tell you, True North. Delivery on the inside. He gets a lot of it, and I think he's going yard. 3-run home run. So check off. Yes, we can check off home run. You are correct, but also we can also check off multi-run RBI for Mr. Anthony Rizzo. So that makes it 5-1 now. And this is turning into a very rough outing indeed for Casey Mize, the starting pitcher. CJ Stroud and Micah Parsons are learning sumo wrestling. Well, Torres will crack that one foul into the net. The ball tracker chases it down very well. Says he will be eventually, and he was just as surprised as I am. Well, damn, and they get a strikeout to end the inning. Unfortunately, the Yankees have now taken the lead. Honestly, I would think maybe it's kind of like a spirit of camaraderie thing, but it could also be a form of exercise, man. It's all about, you know, balance and leverage and strength. I think I could probably see a very loose transfer of a few skills from sumo to football. His ERA before this game was 3.08. So very good point, Logan. Yeah, starting pitcher's ERA has been beaten, so mark that off on your card. Now, if Clark Schmidt can hold on, he could probably get his covered. But if you have ERA beaten, mark it off on your cards. Meantime, folks, I'm going to take a little pause for the cause, just give myself a little bit of time to stretch, make sure the cats aren't burning the house down. And another Stupid Sports Show will return soon with an updated bingo list and more of the Tigers and the Yankees here on 106.9 Click FM.
Pumping that. 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 Pumping that.
Oh, folks, we are back. So I had to take a little bit of a break, and while I was gone, Detroit actually ended up getting a person on base and scoring from a triple. So if you have triple, mark it off on your bingo cards. Unfortunately, we don't get to see those very often, difficult to do. And we get a little bit of a pitchers and catchers timeout, so they can get things settled. Oh, forgive me, we're only at still at the top of the fourth. Okay. For the Chainsmokers gig, if Taylor's not with him, maybe they get to do their own things, like have their own lives outside of exclusively being a couple. All right, 2-1 for Schmidt. Cutter ends up fouling it off his own rib cage. And he is now up to a 2-2 count with 1 out. All right, come on. No, you don't need to take your time. Like, how are you getting this much time? Tries on the inside, nothing doing again. Up to a full count. That makes the most sense, MKI. After all, it is Mint Julep excuse weekend. Meanwhile, this one gets cracked, but an off-target late throw, unfortunately, and Detroit with the sacrifice fly, so mark it off on your cards, has made the lead 5-3. Oh, damn. We actually had a broken bat, too, on that. Sacrifice fly off a broken bat, so mark both of those off on your cards. Meanwhile, Torkelson will take a big cut on a sinker and begin an 0-1 count. However, he's not willing to chase that one outside. Let me check something. All right, Schmidt with 5 seconds left. Gets all the help from the catcher on that one. We are up to a 2-2 count. New York currently very favored by some betting app or another to win this. And with strike 3, we end the top of the 4th finally. But Tigers have managed to get back into this game a little bit, make it a bit more manageable. They don't have to stress out and go chasing. They can kind of let the game come to them, or some fluff pablum drivel like that. All right, so in case you missed it from any of the spaces that we just got to call off, we had multi-run RBI, we've got full count, sacrifice fly, as well as a triple. And that triple and the sacrifice fly are how the Detroit Lions were able to knock 2 off of the Yankees here at the top of the 4th. So let's see if Mize can hold it together here in the bottom. Maybe. We will see. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, let's go over and check out the NBA playoffs, because I know I haven't poked my head in with them for a while. Oh, damn. Cavaliers and Magic are going to 7 games. Looks like I know what I'm going to be taking in on Sunday. And I'm sorry, no stream on Sunday. I'm doing 2 today. It's I need the 1 day off to inhale, and also probably go out and do battle with the yard. But Magic making it a fight in the first round, and the Celtics have just had to sit there and wait for a couple games. Meanwhile, Knicks have won their series 4-2 and now face the Pacers. Over in the West, Timberwolves Nuggets and Thunder Mavericks. That one's not getting started until Tuesday. Okay. Meanwhile, here Trevino is back up to bat and managed to earn a 1-1 count by not chasing that low curver or that low splitter. 2-1 now. And he cracks one right over the middle of the field. All right. Yeah, let's get that updated as well. Tigers up to 3 hits on the day, but the Yankees officially up to 7 with that. And Cabrera back up again. Looks for the bunt, and unfortunately it falls foul. Come on, come on. We need to field it. It needs to be fielded if we're going to get a bunt attempt. Come on. And instead, he'll just loop it right toward the center fielder, who makes a sliding catch. Woo. Now, I'm willing to put that down for a what a catch, because he managed to slide in a way that I know would have absolutely torn up my ankle or my knee if I tried. So yeah, mark off what a catch on your cards. Oh my goodness. They're going to be live for 4.5 hours. 4 hours and 27 minutes over a horse race. Oh. Meanwhile, Volpe gets out on 3 straight pitches. Huh. Definitely wasn't expecting that. It amazes me that they can find so much to say about horses running around in a circle for a mile. Or however long the track is. All right, we start with a called strike on this one. Soto will sky that one up in the air. Infield single. And it is found right on the grass. 1 runner stranded. We are at the top of the 5th. Imagine a horse named literally after a country. Well, there have been so many horse names over the years that honestly they're running out at this point. Let's be honest. You know, it's the same thing we did with album titles, and I'm pretty sure hurricanes right now. So, because we have to keep up with commercialism, I'll take this time to thank our sponsor for this episode of Another Stupid Sports Show, chicken flavored crackers with just enough chicken flavoring in each little cracker to make my cat want to try to steal them out of the box. Let's see, just for shits and giggles. Who are the horses that are running in the 2024 Kentucky Derby? Okay, we've got Dornoch, Sierra Leone, Mystic Dan, Catching Freedom. Yeah, some call it Freedom, some call it Chlamydia. Catalytic, Just Steel, Honor Marie, Just a Touch. Oh, Encino got scratched. That's a shame. TO Password, Forever Young, Track Phantom, West Saratoga, Endlessly, Domestic Product, Grand Mo the First. See, they're running out of names. Fierceness, Stronghold, Resilience, Society Man, and Epic Ride. And unfortunately, right now, oh, I thought it was Catching Freedom who had the best odds right now, but that's actually going to Sierra Leone at 3-1, looks like. Actually, Fierceness has 5-2. Now, I'm just looking at the, I think it's on, I think it's on Sunday. They usually do it on Sunday. I'm just looking down the list of the horses and the odds. Oh, damn, yep, it actually is today. Shoot. Well, hopefully we'll be ignoring it for its entirety. And now here we are in the top of the fifth. McKinstry has had some good defensive play for the Tigers today. Will bloop that one over the shortstop's head. And we get something happening for Detroit here in the fifth. No wild pitches, no loaded bases, no errors, fortunately for either team. But unfortunately for us, that's one more box we can't check off. Meanwhile, Kelly will rock this one into the opposite stands along the foul line. That's the spirit, MKI. Whether Hoover or Dyson, be sure to use the quietest setting possible. Use a lot of jangly keys to distract them. 0-2 currently, the count after Kelly fouls out again. All right, so we're up to 2 foul balls. Can we make it 4? He will chop it right up the middle to the shortstop. 6-4-3. Double play is hit. Very easy double play ball. And there goes the momentum that the Detroit Tigers were trying to build. Green will watch that one go a little bit high, but get brought in for a strike by the catcher. Quickly sets up again, but this time misses low and away. Hey. Absolutely. Big swing from Green. Misses it on the inside. 1-2. Oh, yeah. No, I remember very clearly working as waitstaff in river north of Chicago, or basically just north of the river in Chicago along the Magnificent Mile during the week of, Riley Green got tagged. He got it right in the shoulder blade. Oh. All right, they're going to check on Green. Hope that he doesn't have like a cracked rib or something. But yeah, I definitely remember how much money I did make that week, but all the foot traffic. Yeah, it kind of banged off of like just to the right of his shoulder blade and then the back of his arm. So it might have gotten him, yeah, like around the rib cage. Oh, yeah. Can definitely cross off hit by pitch. Uh-oh, we got a solemn man in a hoodie coming out to the mound, and people are warming up in the Yankees bullpen. He's nodding, apparently affirmative in the thought that he can keep going. All right. He's going to stay out there. All right, we're up to 2 outs. Top of the 5th. Kanha is up to bat. He's 0 for 2 on the day. Kanha. Whichever. He watches that cutter go to the outside. 1-0. That one manages to float back over the plate. 1-1. Thinks about going low for a moment, but that goes very low. Not worth it. 2-1. Schmidt looking to get out of the inning. That one floats high and outside. 3 balls, 1 strike. Riley Green waiting at first after getting hit by that pitch in the back. Right to third, and that's going to be a 5-4 play at second, and Green slides in the mud, barely makes it to the bag. He's still out, but yeah, we are going into the bottom of the 5th. And oh boy, all the MGM casinos that they are trying to advertise. I mean, it is amazing when you really take a moment to look at what is being sold to you in these games, and they think, wow, they really believe that I'm of the income level where I could easily acquire that. But then I remember, oh, it's just to make me really want it, which is why they really want me to have a lifestyle where I can go gambling at MGM and drop money on a Lexus plug-in hybrid. Ah, boy, Aaron Rodgers is there in Louisville. Honestly, I would stock up on your N95s as I would predict a measles outbreak in the next day or so. Meanwhile, Judge will watch this one bend into the stands. Foul. Judge got a single and a double today, so there's a possibility that he could hit for the cycle. He just needs the triple and the home run. Mize isn't crazy about that idea, so he pitches them low for a count of 1-1. And actually, yeah, I didn't get my card. And they say he went all the way around for that one. Count is now even at 2-2. Count. All right, and we can mark off double as well. We've had at least one of those. And damn, Judge strikes out. Oh, damn, and we have Harder getting a rouge of his own to put the Cubs ahead of the Brewers in the bottom of the first. Sorry about that, Logan. Meanwhile, Verdugo and his chains are back up to bat, and he will just stare at a called strike. How many yet to get on base? I will go check the box score right now. Meanwhile, that's an easy 4-3 ground out, forgive me. Already up to 2 outs. Okay, so far, Mark Conha has not gotten on base. Neither has Carpenter, Keith, or McKinstry for the Tigers. So we've still got 5 people who haven't gotten on base in this game. I ended up getting choked up high on that one. 0-2 already. All right. Yep. Thank you. Best framing in the world. Meanwhile, Mize loses that one to the outside. 1-2. He'll jam him again. We get another foul ball. We've had 2 foul balls this at bat so far. We have a potential for a real protecting the plate scenario here. And that one falls foul. We're up to 3. One more, and we can get more than 3 foul balls in one at bat. All right, here we are. Can Stanton defend the plate once more? No, damn it. This one's just going to be popped to just shallow outfield. Second baseman will finish it up with the catch. Oh. Oh, well. We cannot get that one checked off. No stolen bases yet, unfortunately. Let me just check through the box score one time to make sure I haven't missed anything really truly embarrassing. And so far, nope, looks like I have not. I thought I might have forgotten a play, but we are all right. So right now, through the bingo list of what we have so far, we have got talking about anything but the game. The announcers are already drunk. Triple, double, home run, hit by pitch, pitch clock violation, bored spectator on their phone. How do you do, fellow kids? What a throw, what a catch. Starting pitcher ERA beaten. Thank you, Casey Mize. Multi-run RBI, full count, sacrifice fly, and Rouge for that first run of the game scored by Riley Green with a solo shot for Detroit. Oh, damn. That really was Yep, that was the last of the Screw Cities. Ah, damn. Well, this is going to be a rough evening for hockey. I can feel it. But we'll get by somehow, folks. Oh, shoot, we got a new pitcher coming in. All right, well, I think we can actually mark off starting pitcher ERA covered because Clark Schmidt has now left the game after only finishing off 5 innings, but still only 3 runs credited to him. So if you have ERA covered, mark it. Currently, Ferguson's got an 0-2 count. Perez will pop that one foul in the opposite direction, however. 2-1, and Bruno Mars is there as well. Hey, I don't blame him. You know, it's a place to be seen. You know, look at it like the Met Gala. Much more about the social occasion and whose picture is being taken and what you're wearing. You know, it's why I dress up so much for these streams. Unfortunately, Ferguson gets low with that cutter. We are now at... Oh, they caught him just on the edge of the zone, 2-2. Never mind. And I'll have him chase high to go out. Damn. And you know what? Thank you. Thank you, Red Sox. I will gladly take that on a sacrifice grounder. It is a 5-3 play that ends up scoring that run. So I'm marking off 5-3 play for this bingo list. Screw it. Now, I know this is wildly off topic, but is there any chance that anyone here has listened to any of the Kendrick Lamar tracks that have been released in the past couple days? Because I don't really want to get into the discussion of who said what and what is talked about in those tracks so much as I'm curious how far they have gotten. All right, so Logan says no. Luke says nope. Yeah. Oh. And MKI says nah. All right. I was just curious. All I will say is, unless you're really interested in hearing about Drake getting taken out behind the woodshed, so to speak, you know, you'll be safe avoiding them. Currently 3-2 count for Carpenter. Protects the plate. Carpenter is up to his second foul ball of this at bat. What do you got, Ferguson? Staring him down for the full count, and he walks him. Damn. All right. We cannot get our fourth foul ball. Even the Yankees coach is a little frustrated from how that at-bat turned out. I think right now, as this game stands, that if somebody else allows Detroit to come back, that they'll get credited with the loss because the lead change will have taken place under their purview, and Schmidt will just kind of get the game as a part of his schedule, not an actual win or loss. At least I think that's how it works. We're getting 1-1. That's one's fouled opposite direction. There we go, 1-2. Let me make sure that I'm not missing anything. Nope. In the dirt. Does get rescued. We're up to 2-2 now. Detroit looking to continue the comeback they started just an inning ago that might have gotten Schmidt off the mound. That's the second foul ball. Still 2-2. The idea of being interested in multimillionaires sparring through the media doesn't appeal to me. Understandable. Understandable. Then he tries to reach for the hole and loses track of the ball. It just slips out of his hand as he's winding up to throw. Oh, man. Wow. I want to see how they label this because it just ends up slipping out of the dude's hands as he's about to whip back to throw. LMKI, everybody's got to be partying after that. And holy crap, we're already going to the bullpen. Ferguson did not survive the sixth. Oh, man. And looks like they're going to be calling that a hit. Okay. I thought for a moment they might list it as an error, but no, that is the fifth hit of the day for the Detroit Tigers. Well, hopefully MKIU end up at just the right party. if the Bruins lose again tonight, mm, yeah. Oh yeah. Do do the Maple Leafs chant "We want Florida"? Do they? Oh, do they? Also, right now is a moral imperative for everybody to root for the New York Rangers when they can, because they are the only things that could possibly be keeping us from another Florida Panthers Carolina Hurricanes series. And you remember how much damage that did last year. So if you if you're okay rooting for Florida, please do it. If you feel awkward about rooting for New York, I understand, but just for this playoff round, it's what we gotta do if we're gonna be spared. Because I don't know if we can depend on the Maple Leafs to get out of the second round. All right, Weaver is up now in the game, pitching to Ibanez, and he'll get him to chase high. 0-1. And once again, more heat on the outside. 0-2. Yep, still one out. And three straight pitches send Ibanez packing. All right. Meanwhile, seeing player on after player game placed on the IL. The series didn't do damage. Game one alone did. Yeah, but it carried over. Meanwhile, this one will get popped up. And that's an easy 1-2-3. Well, somewhat easy anyway. We're about to go to the bottom of the sixth. What do you got for us, Yankees? All right, since we have a little bit of time and I don't think we've been able to get anything really new in the bingo list, mental health break. All right. Yep, this is a mental health break for all involved. I don't think he's immediately calling for overtime right now because, well, his team is in a pitched battle with the Red Sox and he's got other things to think about. Don't, don't you, Monty? Oh no, he just wants to be Out of the room. All right. You've helped for long enough. If you ever have a horse, fantastic. At least save one of the losing betting slips for when your horse races and send it my direction, so I can know that there's a record of it. Ah, damn it! Now Trey Turner is going on the injured list. All right. Casey Mize is still out there in the 6th inning. That one's over the head of a leaping shortstop. Should be an easy single for Rizzo. That's not the best start. Whew. Oh man, they caught somebody sitting near the dugout in the middle of the endless yawn during that Anthony Rizzo swing. Isn't able to convince Torres to follow that slider to the outside. We still have not been able to get a balk yet. No player collisions, fortunately. That one's in the dirt. We're already at 2-0 to Mr. Torres. Let's get this score thing reloaded and see. And they get a base hit. Quick fielding job to limit the damage to runners on first and second, but oh dear. Business is picking up at Yankee Stadium, and that can only mean awful, awful things. All right, I've got it listed as 7 p.m. my time. I'm assuming 8 p.m. as it's, hockey night in Canada, Eastern Zone prime time. Meanwhile, 0-1 on what may have been a high bat attempt on Jose Trevino. But I'm not going to presume. Yeah. Going up and in on another bunting attempt, and the crowd is unhappy with that. Yeah, 1 a.m. real time. And they're going for it again. And that one's just right up the middle. 1-2 now. Trevino has heard our pleas, folks, or specifically the plea of one of our bingo players. They want a bunt. Even if it doesn't land, as long as the bunt, even if he doesn't get to the base, as long as the bunt is in play, we will count it for the game. Looking back at Rizzo on second, and he chops it foul in the opposite direction. Okay. Mize looks back at Rizzo. Another one in the dirt now, 2-2. Does he want to try it? Is he going to be brave enough to do it again? Oh, so nice of you to make the free game of the day, Miami versus Oakland. Good on you, Major League Baseball. Broken bat goes foul. Second foul ball of the at-bat, I believe, by Mr. Trevino. Yeah. Yep, second foul ball. Mr. Mize looking back at second. delivering right up the middle, but that goes right to the right fielder. The cutoff will come in, and they do not tag Rizzo. He's just late. All right. Yeah, he just got there. Just got there. It's very close. Bang, bang. And Casey Mize is done for the day, folks. Got one out, but we are going to the bullpen for the Tigers in the first time this game. All right, let's. Oh, yeah, got to update the box score again because the Yankees just keep piling on the hits. They're up to 9 so far on the day. We have not been fortunate enough to get an error. We have not had a balk either. The pitchers have been able to control themselves. I don't understand it. Meanwhile, in the other games, currently in the bottom of the second, Cubs now up 2-0 on the Brewers. White Sox are leading the Cardinals in the top of the third 2-0. Man, why White Sox? Come on, John Jay is taking time out of his very, very busy day to go and see one of your games, and you can't do one thing for a longtime Cardinals. It's Man, this is going to turn me into a Mariners fan before I know it. And the Red Sox and the Twins are tied at 1 each in the middle of the third. Oh, damn, the Yankees are having a jersey night tonight. Wait. Is that old or is it a different date? Because they're not doing a doubleheader. What friggin' date are they talking about? Oh, they they might have gotten that out after all. And now Holton is in for the Tigers out of the bullpen facing Cabrera. Jams him up on the 1-0 count. Goes right into the net behind the home plate. Honestly, if I were John Jay, I'd be disgusted too. You know? It's the equivalent of losing to the Washington Generals at this point. Be a chipper, and they will get one. And there is a player collision, folks. Looks like the Trevino looks okay, but the second baseman, Ibanez, he got clipped on the heel and is trying to work it out. Runners coming over to check on him. So, yeah, if you have player collision during base running, mark that off on your cards. We just got one here in the second out. Yeah. Yeah, it was after Ibanez took his foot off the bag, tagged up, took his foot off the bag to replant to make the throw, and the runner was trying to tear off, I think, and maybe avoid contact, but then they both just kind of ended up moving into each other. So I don't think there's going to be any real animosity coming out of this. Not like there could have been with that earlier hit by pitch. But yeah, we'll. Yep, that's what I was wondering about, Logan. Let's go check out card number 30. Middle row across. Starting pitcher ERA beaten, a double, play ball hit by pitch, and player collision during base running. Congratulations, Logan. We got the first bingo of the day with 2 outs in the 6th inning. Manager's going over, Detroit manager rather, is going over to have a discussion with the umpires. They're going to have a discussion whether or not this could be called as interference. It would get them the 3rd out of the inning. And umpire is shrugging, shaking his head. Yeah, I don't think this is going to be ruled interference. I think simply because the second baseman, like I said, after he tagged up, he moved his foot to what could be considered the far side of the bag or the outside of the base path, which is where the runner was also peeling off to, because you can't go, colliding with the second baseman to make a play like that anymore. I guess there's an explanation being worked on to the bottom of the dugout. The talk has happened, and we just carry on. So the result of that is we have fielder's choice that we can actually mark off because they could have gone to first or second. They went to first. We've had that happen a few times today. So mark it off on your cards. And there are still a few players. Actually, yeah, there is one Yankees player who has not gotten on base yet, and that is Cabrera. He has not reached from a hit or a walk. We get the boos from the crowd as the pitcher uses up one of his batter engagements. Currently at a 1-1 count to Volpe. And he fouls it off into the inside of his own foot. Ooh. Wait. Let me make sure I've got this correct. Cabrera grounded into fielder's choice, and I guess they don't consider that a hit. So, yeah, Cabrera still does not have a hit in this game. Like, he has technically reached base, but he doesn't have a hit. And Volpe will sky this one into center right, more toward right, and the 6th inning finally finishes. They do not manage to add to their run total, but they do waste some time. And well, finally, we've made it to the top of the 7th. Only half an inning to go before. Yeah. Domestic product. I don't know. I mean, it's possible MKI, they could just be really into weed, and that's the only socially acceptable way they could express it. I mean, and Luke can actually testify to this. When I went out to the Detroit area and Windsor, Ontario for my conferences on ethical prostitution, we ended up seeing just so many advertisements for dispensaries that were opening up one after the other, and all of them just very, very, very bad puns. And dad jokes abound. So I can definitely see domestic product as being a weed reference. Let's see, Leif, where are you as far as getting bingo? I will remind you myself of your card, which is 12. And you have had a fielder's choice, a full count, anything, hit by pitch, drunk play ball, bored spectator. Yeah, literally one every couple of minutes. Oh, yeah, you've got all sorts of opportunities for you. I think bearing some major embarrassment here in the 7th inning, you've got a good shot at bingo, Leif. Now, officially, because of that fielder's choice, everybody has reached base for the Yankees, but Cabrera is the only one that hasn't gotten a hit. And we still have a few people for the Tigers who have not reached base or hit. So, either way, I think you've got one coming. Big reach by McKinstry on that one. Got fooled by a changeup. He's now 1-2. Mm-hmm. Yeah, don't empty your bank account for Monty. You know? That will not end well. This is low and away. Weaver does. We'll try to make up for it with 2-2. And he gets a decent lift underneath that one, but center fielder gets up underneath it. Judge gets out number 1. Hey, Luke, I'll have you know that I'm currently at work on a sponsorship deal with the people we saw on that billboard, and I hope to be bringing them in for actually, yeah, that is, my goal is to bring them in for one of the many sports that will be coming up in the fall. Yeah, just a little. Now Aaron George has the second fly out directly to him. Riley Green is back up to bat. All smiles even after getting hit by that pitch. All right, Weaver gets him with a changeup. 0-1. Weaver gets that one in the dirt this time. And well, floats to the outside. I thought he would have had it, but nothing doing on that changeup. Weaver now has a 2-1 count. So, other way around for Riley Green. Damn. Snuck that one past him as well. And strike 3. Got him chasing low in the zone. But woof. We are up. We are up to the 7th inning stretch, folks, and Yankees are still holding on fairly comfortably against the Tigers, 5-3. I think they might be able to hold this one out. We will see. We're going to take a little pause for the cause right now, and we will return for the rest of this bit of Major League Baseball here on another Stupid Sports Show very soon.
Choke it up. it up.
I'm officially back from a little pause for the cause there. We've got Aaron Judge up right now after Soto just flew out for the first out of the bottom of the seventh. And Judge will just let that changeup float by him. Count is now 1-1. Holton still on the mound for the Tigers. Oh, Luke, very, very stretched. Hopefully nice and relaxed. There's a very convincing Michael J. Fox doppelganger at the Yankees game as well. And fishing inside for a strike. Holton gets nothing, 2-1. Honestly, True North, I think you can understand. I'm sure the same thing happens in Canada anytime that somebody plays a Rush record. You know, it's just instinct. Our changeup, another foul ball. Damn, only one foul ball so far. The pitchers have been real good about finishing the at-bats. Not a lot of them have been really extended. Or maybe we just haven't gotten to the really awful at-bats yet, and I hope that's not the case. Meanwhile, that one way outside, full count for Judge. He checks his swing, and Judge thought that, wow, turns away, and he gets thrown out. He had words for the umpire. Oh, man. Check it off. Batter has words for umpire. Mark it off on your cards, folks. And oh, the boos are raining down for Aaron Judge getting thrown out of the game. Holy shit. And now there are extra words coming out of the dugout as well. All I saw was Judge's head moving, and it looked like that one was on the edge of the strike zone. It went past his bat. Yeah, it was just one off remark. Meantime, Verdugo will just undercut a slider badly. Yeah, we have had a player get tossed. I don't think do we even have that as a spot underneath here? Oh my God, and the players just cheered for the ball hitting the ref in the head. Holy shit. Stay classy, Yankees fans. Fucking hell. Yeah, clip the outside corner there. That one a little bit high on the zone. And they're chanting, "Ump, you suck," here at Yankee Stadium. We got a 1-2 count for Verdugo and his chains. Yeah, manager/player gets tossed. Aaron Judge got thrown out, so mark that off on your cards, folks. They've worked it back up to 3-2 now. We are 2 outs after a controversial throwing out of the game. Yankees manager still in. No, it was a foul back. Ball got fouled back and it clipped him in the head, and that's what everybody was cheering for. Meanwhile, Verdugo goes down swinging, and that ends the 7th inning. Booze. Booze. And it's not even good booze like you would with Badu. At least the manager knew well enough to immediately launch himself out of the dugout as soon as Judge was ejected from the game. Holy shit. Out of all the people, I would not have expected Judge to be the one to get thrown out. Okay. Well, with that, let's go down the bingo list. We have had talking about anything except the game, triple, hit by pitch, double, home run, pitch clock violation, bored spectator on their phone, how do you do fellow kids, manager/player gets tossed, 5-3, player collision during base running, batter has words for umpire, which is what led to Judge getting thrown out of the game. What a throw, what a catch, broken bat, starting pitcher ERA covered. That was for Clark Schmidt, who got out of the game with only 3 runs to his credit. Starting pitcher ERA beaten. Casey Mize ended up getting 5 runs hung on him today. Multi-run RBI for Mr. Anthony Rizzo's 3-run homer. Full count. The announcers are already drunk. Sacrifice fly. Fielder's choice and rouge. And that is all we've got so far. And with that, Judge has been ejected for the first time in his career. And Trent Grisham will take over in center field. So, folks, you can say that you were there on the historic day that Aaron Judge got thrown out of a baseball game for the first time, and the umpire that he marked for death immediately afterwards. Canna 0 for 3 on the day. And, yep, hasn't even made it on base. Misses with that one as well, 2-1. If the batter could get mouthy with the pitcher, that'd be great. Thank you. If we get another batter tagged by one of the Yankees relievers, I think we have a very good chance of them getting mouthy. Ooh. Meanwhile, missing badly with that one. 3-1. All right. 3-1 from Weaver. Here comes the setup. Right up the middle. No question about it. Full count on Canna. I would like to remind you that the umpire that is behind the plate today is one that is considered neutral. Doesn't swing toward batters or hitters. That one gets chopped. Full count remains. And we have 2 foul balls. I might be behind on one of them, but I know that at least there are 2. So this guy could be defending the plate for a little bit. Yep, here's that second foul ball. Just showed up on my screen. Meanwhile, Twins have taken the lead on the Red Sox 2-1 at the top of the fifth. White Sox still beating the Cardinals 3-0 top of the fifth. Come on, St. Louis. Do better. Really, do better. And Cubs are leading the Brewers 4-0. That is the third foul ball at this at-bat, folks. We could get another spot. All right, come on. Come on. And he watches the third strike go by. Come on, man. I'm not upset about the strikeout, but the fact that he couldn't have at least gone for the fourth foul ball. That's frustrating. Honestly, our John Jay, I would be too. I mean, they're kind of just over the halfway, getting close to the halfway point of the game, and not have even one run batted in on the White Sox. All right. 1-0 to Perez. Weaver misses on the outside with the changeup. Aiming for the outside. They go outside and high. We are now at a 3-0 count. Wow. A bit generous on that strike, but okay. Must have caught the corner of the plate. Perez waiting for the 3-1. And catcher assistance on that one. We're at a full count again. A little bit more noise coming up from the faithful at Yankee Stadium. They still have their TikTok address on the backstop, even though that app is getting banned. Meanwhile, Perez will knock it up the middle and get on base. Let's check on Perez. That'll be his second hit of the day. And depending on how things go, we could definitely get some people listed as not on base or not getting a hit. Canha still hasn't had either for Detroit. Neither has Ibanez or Torkelson or McKinstry or Kelly. So a lot of opportunities for Leif to get does not reach base and does not hit, whichever one he can need the most at the moment. Meanwhile, Carpenter looking down 0-1, misses big for 0-2. All right. Detroit's starting to run out of at-bats with which to make this comeback. Weaver tries to get him to chase low again. Won't get him to bite. Yeah, I don't know if we're quite in hilarious time yet. And will use his disengagement to chase the runner back to first. One and two count. Weaver goes high. Thankfully, the catcher follows. They've made it to the bottom of the fifth in in St. Louis, still 3-0. Meanwhile, Weaver goes down low and gets the full count. Tries to get a old-fashioned snot rocket, can't do it, so he has to blow his nose into his jersey, and the camera cuts tastefully away. Down to 1 second, nearly got a shot pitch clock violation. But there is the foul. And with the tip of his bat, he sends it in the opposite direction. 2 foul balls in this at-bat, still working the full count. And Weaver is just having trouble with that bogey. He cannot get it out no matter how he huffs and snuffs. Yep, there it goes. I think he got a good snot rocket on that one. Yeah, and you can tell that's really bothering him too. He's like trying to shake it out and everything. 2, 1, just at the bottom, and he tags him. Carpenter's not happy, but he's smarter than Aaron Judge is today, and he's going to keep his mouth shut. Just keep looking. Wow. Wow, and that one was really off the plate. So, yeah, bring on the computers. Weaver is going to be going away. We've got a new patcher coming in. They have his inspection for illicit and foreign substances like heroin or pine tar or PCP. So we will have to take a minor break. John Boy was able to lip read Judge, and apparently Aaron said, "You've been bullshit all game." Holy fuck. Oh, well, how do the Yankees feel about a neutral ref? Wow. I almost feel like I want to give something extra for that, but I can't personally justify it as far as the game is concerned. Oh, wow. It looks like it'll be Holmes coming in for the New York Yankees. Meanwhile, Cubs lead 4-0 now in the top of the 5th. Such irrefutable nonsense today. All right, Veerling, they're looking for the chased, but first base umpire says nope, he checked his swing, so that's a 1-0 count to begin things. And they'll show this angle from behind because they can never get rid of the awful angles on home plate. That foul ball will go a few rows deep along the first base line. 1-1. Yankees manager is still hanging over the railing. And we get a little warning from the umpire, I think, about eye contact with the pitcher. Catcher assistance gets that 1 and 2 in the lower part of the strike zone. Holmes facing the 1 and 2. Noise comes up from the crowd, and they call it on the edge. Vealing has what seems to be a politer discussion with the umpire because he walks away without getting thrown out of the game. See, folks, it can be done. Well, here we are in the middle of the 8th. Tigers are down to their last 3 outs. New York has a fantastic opportunity to pile on the lead, make it truly impossible for Detroit to come back. All right, let's see. Let's check the Yankees hitting lineup. Right now, Cabrera still hasn't received a hit, so he's the only person to not get a hit for the Yankees. Meanwhile, there are several people for the Tigers who haven't reached base at all. No matter what, I think we're going to be able to check off player doesn't get on base in game, or player doesn't get a hit in the game, and I think I know how I'm going to improve that for next time. All right. Nothing changed in the scores. No further embarrassment from the White Sox. And a new Tigers pitcher up, Will Vest, pitched in 13 games, got an ERA of 4.73. And who does he face coming up? Stanton, who is 1 for 3 today. And Stanton will stare at a called strike. Cut underneath that slider, 0-2. Thinks about going low, but then reconsiders. Meanwhile, catcher asks for approval for a new ball. And we got Rizzo and Torres coming up. And we know their bats haven't been silent today. Stanton will cut that one back into the netting. Foul ball. Come on, come on. Keep defending the plate, Stanton. Off the glove, and they're going to have to rush. Holy crap, they get the out anyway, even with having to shovel it from the glove. Pitcher missed it, so second baseman had to rush up and essentially just underhand sweep it in order to get the out at first. Woof. I'm not even sure what... I mean, if I hadn't already marked off what a throw, yeah, I'm marking off what a throw for that one. If only it had been a barehanded grab. Meanwhile, Rizzo will have a called strike to look at on his at-bat. Catcher assistance doesn't work on that pitch. It's a little too outside. Way outside on that one. Remember, Rizzo was the one who got the 3-run shot earlier that truly broke the game open in the 4th inning. Yeah, I believe it was the 4th inning where they got shellacked. Oh my goodness, just a line drive right to the pitcher. Very nice. Oh, that bad, Luke? Well, we'll be able to check off, I think, a number of spots at the end of this game. Depending on the... Oh, yeah, we'll get Ibanez, Torkelson, and McKinstry. Let me check off to the stats real quick. Torkelson, McKinstry, none of them have gotten... Actually, Keith and Torkelson have not walked or gotten on base. Meanwhile, we've just ended the 8th with a fly out to deep right. We have moved to the top of the 9th. So I think we'll be pretty safe about getting player doesn't get on base, player doesn't get a hit unless something goes horribly, horribly wrong for the New York Yankees and their relief. I don't think we have anything new. Just a reminder, the latest squares we have gotten are batter has words for umpire, manager / player gets tossed. Words with pitcher and me breaking down into play. Luke, there's time. We've got a whole half an inning ahead of us. We have seen before, truly stupid things can happen at any point. Oh, good news, though. Cardinals are on the board. They have tacked on 2 runs in the bottom of the 5th, so now they only trail the White Sox by 1. All right, let's see if we can get some real madness here in the top of the 9th. Get at least one more bingo. Come on, just one more. Oh, they're going still down 4-0 to the assholes. Yeah. Don't know what to tell you. All right, depending on what happens to Ibanez right here, we might be able to check off both player doesn't get on base and doesn't get a hit, because the odds will be very low that he will come back up. And damn, they're just tagging him on the corner. It's almost like the umpire wants to go home too. He's had enough of getting booed at by a crowd that doesn't appreciate him. Hippies versus Roughneck. Which one are the hippies, True North? Because I don't believe that nickname has solidified itself in my brain. Meanwhile, Ibanez will tag that one foul down the third base line. Still 0-2. Oh, Vancouver versus Edmonton. Meanwhile, we've reached 2-2. Yeah, I don't even want to think about what he's screaming out there right now. Meanwhile, Ibanez has gotten a base hit, so that takes away our spot. Crud. Oh, and actually, we can check it off because Keith, who started at second base but had to leave because of the injury, did not get on base and did not get a hit. So we can check both of those off. Actually, this is going to be 2 to end the game. Actually, never mind, not to end the game, but just to turn the double play and quickly get us up to 2 outs. Tigers are down to the last one. We're not quite done yet. Haven't had a play go under review, no challenges, no extra innings, and not very much to laugh at. McKinstry is 1 for 3, is now charged with keeping this game going. He will not chase that one, even though it was right in the proper home run hitting spot of up and in. 0-1 now. That one fades way away at 97 miles per hour. Count is even. And we'll have a pinch hitter coming up, assuming McKinstry survives, but he's up to 1-2 after missing that one, which curved the same way as the pitch before did. Now everybody gets up on their feet to cheer. Now it's worth paying attention, and they end with a K. Mark down the save on your cards. And that is the second victory in this little series for them against the Tigers. They beat them, I think, 1-0 yesterday, now 5-3. All right. Leif calls bingo. Yep. You got 2 bingos on the vertical and the horizontal going right through the middle. Both of those rows. All right. So we at least got 1 more bingo in for the end of this game. And now it's a happy, easygoing bingo, which is probably going to be, much better compared to the stressful edge of our seat bingo that we're going to have tonight for Bruins Maple Leafs. But there we got a look at Yankees Tigers. And hopefully the Yankees will still be in this position by the end of the season, and Aaron Judge won't keep running his mouth and getting thrown out of the games. We hope, anyway. So that's going to do it for us here on this episode of Another Stupid Sports Show. I will be back tonight for Game 7 between Toronto and Boston. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in, watching, listening, playing bingo, whatever you came here to do. I'll see you very soon. This is Jim B on 106.9 Click FM. Take care of yourselves, and good night, Milwaukee, wherever you are.